Hello, can you hear me? Hey guys, welcome back to another video. So I am testing out a new mic today. As you can see, it is hanging off. I don't know how people have these kinds of mics, but then you can't see it. Because I think if you put it in your shirt, doesn't it rub against your shirt and get all, I don't know. So anyway, I'm just gonna look crazy with this thing hanging off of me. But the reason that I wanted to get a lapel mic is because Archie's room is right behind there. Windows are open, completely open right now because it's really hot and we need the AC air to go in there. So I just wanted a mic where it was closer to me so that I don't have to talk so loud. So anyway, that is the reason for the mic change. But hi, welcome back. Today we are redoing the shelf behind me because it is a hot mess right now. I know it kind of doesn't look like it, but when my mom was here, she came a week before Archie's due date. Archie was a week late, so we were twiddling our thumbs for 2 weeks. All we could do was watch Netflix and do plant stuff. So what we did was repot a bunch of plants, do a bunch of plant chores together, and basically things got removed from the shelf, things got added to the shelf, and because I was heavily pregnant, very uncomfortable, I wasn't restyling things back in. I was just literally throwing them where they could fit. So it looks like a hot mess right now. There's a few things I want to change in terms of the plants on there and moving some plants out, moving some new plants in. The fungus gnat issue is kind of crazy right now. Oh no, he's waking up. Don't wake up. So I want to do a mosquito dunk treatment. Oh, dang it. This is going to take a long time. So I'm hoping I can get this all done in one day, but honestly, I might have to be filming over 2 days because obviously I got a kid. Oh gosh, he's awake. Couldn't even get through the intro. He's gonna start crying. There he goes. There he goes. Be right back, please. I'm anticipating he's gonna start screaming any moment now. So anyway, I think I was saying, or blabbing, rather, that I want to just do fungus gnat treatment, water, cut off dead leaves, remove rehab plants, bring some new plants in, and just kind of do an overall refresh. But the main reason I want to refresh this shelf is because I'm putting in new lights. So if you can't tell, there are white lights on this shelf and black lights on this shelf, and these are both Barina lights, which is the sponsor of today's video. Very exciting. I have been manifesting this for so long, and the day is here. So first off, I want to give a huge shout out to them because this collab or this sponsored video was supposed to go up last month, but with Archie's arrival, emergency C-section, super long recovery, I couldn't do it. And they were more than understanding. They were like, your health comes first, do what you need to do, take some time, the sponsorship will always be there. And they've just been so patient and just so understanding, and it's just made me love them so much more than I already do. And if you've been here a while, you know that I'm a huge Barina fan. 95% of the lights in my house are Barina, 5% other brands, but Barina is my tried and true, trusted, preferred brand, and I just love them. So thank you, Barina, for sponsoring today's video. So anyway, going back to the lights, the white Barina lights are the ones that I've been using all over my house, but recently they came out with black ones. Right now they're only available in 1 foot bars rather than the 2 foot bars, but it's fine because you can connect them to make 2 foot bars. When I found out that they had black lights, I feel like a lot of people still don't know that they come in black now, but when they came out with the black ones, I was like, okay, well, I'm game. It's time to switch all of them. And that was always going to be my plan, even before I was approached to do a collab with them. So I'm just really excited that the day has finally come. I can switch out these white lights that have been bugging me forever with the black ones, and I think they just look so much more sleek. I feel like you can't even really tell that there are lights on this shelf because it kind of just blends right in. So yeah, we are going to replace all of those lights. And also, they sent me 2 of their new standing lights, which I'm only going to unbox one to kind of show you what they look like. I'm not 100% sure what my plan is yet with the standing light. I think many people don't know that you can use the standing light as a mounted light as well. So I think I might mount one to the ceiling of my plant room and then keep one handy for plants around the house, like just kind of moving it around as the plants need it over the winter. As I unbox this, I'm going to talk about the light just a little bit. Before this collaboration, like when they first released their the standing light, I took a poll on my feed, on my Instagram feed, and was just like, who has this light? Is it worth it? Would you recommend it? Would you buy it? And the general consensus was yes, it was highly recommended, especially at the cost compared to other standing lights on the market. Oh, a box in a box. Okay. It's like the Russian dolls. The main criticism about this light was that the light temperature didn't match their Barina bars. So I did a little bit of digging, and someone actually messaged me and said that there are two kinds of bars, and maybe it's not so clear on the Amazon site, but it does come in two different temperatures. Just like the bars, the regular bars, it comes in like a pink white, a yellow white, aka warm white, and then like a cool white. I have the warm white lights. That's just my preferred. I really don't like any cool colored lights. And so with the standing light, you can also get it in the cool white, or you can get it in the warm white. I will show you the one that I have. So just keep in mind the color temperature that you have in your house, and you're going to want to get the standing light kind of to match the same color temperature you have. I think one of my pet peeves with grow lights in the house is when they don't match, and you just have like 5 different kinds of color temperature lights in the same room, and it just bugs me. So this light is 42 watts, so quite strong, and I think it's 4 feet tall, so basically as tall as me, almost as tall as me. And then these Barina bars are 10 watts. Now, I just like in Facebook groups and stuff, I've read, why some people don't prefer the Barina bars or using Barina light. And I would say the most common critique is that, like the 10 watt bars aren't strong enough. But I don't find that to be true, because I have bleached so many of my Anthurium with these Barina bars. I've bleached a Gloriosum, which I can show you right here. And it was directly under the bar. It got bleached to crap. So I do think that they're strong enough, especially if you are combining them. And I find it to be, a lot better than if you were to just use one really strong light, and then you don't really have the flexibility of making it less bright or making it more bright. So yeah, I really actually like that it comes in the 10 watt strength, because I can adjust to what I need it to be, depending on the space that it's in and the plants that I'm using it for. Oh, styrofoam. Okay, so here she is. Wow, pretty. I'm surprised my child is not screaming for me. And then we have here the legs. I really hope this mic is working well, or else I think I will cry. I think I will actually cry if I have to redo this video. Actually, I can't redo it. I have one shot, because once I install the lights, I'm not going to uninstall them. Wowza. Okay, so this one just kind of screws it. And there goes the light. I think just kind of screw it in. Oh, you know what? It came with a little thingamabob. This thing. Seems easy enough as I whip myself in the face. Well, maybe if I closed it, you guys, pregnancy brain. It's not just pregnancy brain. It has stuck throughout postpartum. I was like, oh my gosh, this thing is so hard to install when... So, Oh, I guess this is just to tighten it more. Okay. Well, that was simple. If you're smarter than me, you'll do it a lot faster. I wonder if this one has the film too. Something that some people don't know about Barina bars are that they have a film on the front cover, but I don't think that this one does. I remember I posted it on my story once saying, like, if you have Barina bars, did you know that there's a film over the light? And then a bunch of people messaged me and was like, oh my gosh, I never knew. You can peel it off. When I discovered that, I was like, I went ham. I went all over my house. I started peeling them all off. It really doesn't affect the strength of the light if you just leave the plastic on, but I prefer to just take it off. So anyway, look how sleek and sexy these are with the black cords and everything. Oh my word. So yeah, it comes with the connectors here. And then if you need to make them longer, it comes with these nifty little things. And then you can just connect them as such and so forth. And now you got a long light. I think the max that you can connect are 3. Maybe it's 4. Is there even a max? I don't know. Or maybe like to do it safely. But yeah, I think you can connect 3 to 4 at a time. So yeah, I think that the biggest challenge today is going to be removing the white Barina bars because I've used double-sided tape. And when I have tried to rip off one in the past, it ripped off the paper on my shelf, which really sucks. And that just might have to be what happens today. I don't really have a choice. Luckily, with the new Barinas, they give you these little magnets, and it has just been way easier of an install. So it comes with these little things, and basically you stick it onto the Barina. Obviously, I will demonstrate how it's done, but it magnetizes to the Barina. I recommend using 3 because these magnets are not very strong on the sides like that. And then you just remove this double-sided tape and you just stick it to the surface you need. And this double-sided tape is way less abrasive than some of the double-sided tape that I've been using. And yeah, it just comes off a lot easier. So anyway, that is the plan. I think the order of operations is going to be just gutting the shelf, removing everything, bringing it over to like my dining kitchen area, doing a watering. I'm going to show you the ones I'm removing, show you some of the ugly rehab ones. And then, I can show you the 3 plants that I plan to bring on to the shelf, and maybe even a few more if I can find some. But the first one is going to be this cutie crystallinum from my friend Amanda. She sent this to me a couple months ago. I will show you what mom looks like. It's just a stunning crystallinum. She knows that I'm in my crystal era. I now have probably five different crystallinums from Amanda, which I am not mad about. I'm just obsessed with them. So we're going to be moving this onto the shelf. I have another crystallinum, but this is the crystallinum Minahasa. And this is a new leaf. I'm probably going to cut off this ugly one, and hopefully this one hardens off just fine in the living room. Very, very pretty. And then some of you might remember I got this from the last, Equigenera pop-up at North Shore Tropicals. This is an Anthurium Towinsia velvet. I don't know if that's the actual name. I can't actually find much about this plant online. Oh no, my kid's crying. But this one's also going to move onto the shelf. So, oh gosh. That is a big giant poo buddy. My goodness. How can something so small be something so big? And I just changed you not too long ago. Please don't pee on me this time. It's not nice to pee on your mother. Oh my gosh, it's a blowout. It's an absolute showdown. Whoa, whoa. Oh my Lanta. That is the biggest poop I've ever seen in my whole life. Okay, my Velcro child. My Velcro child is just down here. So anyway, look at how tall this light is compared to me. That is impressive. I'm 4, that doesn't actually seem right. I'm 4'11" and a half. This doesn't seem like a foot. I guess it kind of does. Maybe I'm shorter than 4'11". Maybe I've been like overshooting it for the last 30, however old I am, 34 years. Anyway, yeah, this is cool because I feel like it'll, like, if I use it on my shelf, which I don't think I really will need to over the winter, but if I did, it would at least illuminate like the first 3 shelves, which is awesome. And then, I can always like prop it up higher to get the top leaves. But gosh, speaking of leaves, some of these plants look like crap. So maybe that's what I'll do first. I will start bringing each of the plants that look like caca and show them to you. And we're gonna get them off the shelf because it's just not working for me. First plant up is this Syningia leucotricha, if you can even call it that anymore. I think the plan is to just behead it, just remove this whole thing, get it back into my tent where I rehabbed it last time. This is the product of just not watering, period. That's it. The next plant, I keep forgetting that I have this mic on. I keep waiting to like get in front of the camera to talk. Okay, this one, it's gonna come back. She's gonna come back. This is another product of not watering. As you can tell, it's been rough over here, but this is my Carob Queen. There is a new leaf coming. So what I'm gonna do is just chop all these leaves off, wait for this to come out, bring it to my plant room, and then bring it back out here once the new leaf comes out. This one is my Vag Lux. It was once glorious, and then it got some weird fungal thing. I think this one might have been in cocoa, and I removed it when my mom was here. I can't remember. I really can't remember, but this is what she looks like. So she's coming off. We're not doing that out here. Who else is not worthy of being out here anymore? Like, I have a lot of plants that honestly could just be chopped back down to a stump and put into a prop bin. This one, I know you're probably like, oh, it looks kind of okay. No, it's not. It has spider mites. The last few leaves have stayed this kind of like reddish color and hasn't hardened off to like the color it's supposed to be. And then it gets all spotty and weird and gross. This is my Woohoo's First Night. And then this is my Woohoo 1 Bee Vet. Another case of spider mites and just being cockapoo. So these are coming off. I'm guessing there's probably going to be around 10 plants that are going to come off this shelf probably. Another 2. Angry Alice gloriosum just looks like poo. Why? Probably spider mites, probably underwatering. Look at how big these extra floral nectary beads are. And then my Veitchii. This is the new leaf. This one also had spider mites, didn't get watered. I think I'm gonna get it out of this. I kind of want to grow this in pond. I've been growing this in soil. Pudge, people recommended soil, but I'm not into it. So that's coming off. I'm gonna have no plants left to put on this shelf once I remove everything. RA5 Swamp. Doesn't look awful, but it doesn't look great. There are some that are like medium gross, like this one, which I think I'll just leave. It's fine. Dorayaki Red Crystal just, looks like poo, but not bad enough to like completely take off the shelf, so I'll leave that. One of my, I think this is a Mag Crystal. This is another one from Amanda. It doesn't look awful. I think I'll actually keep this one up here. This is one of my favorite plants in my collection. Like, look how pretty that is. There's another one that I was just looking at. Oh, my Crystal Mag Dark Forgetii Red Sinus. This one has been producing so many inflows, and it just took a beating. But, like, the roots are super healthy, It's just the new leaves have been looking like crap. So I think this is one that I'm going to stick back in my plant room. Okay, I think that's all for the ones I'm removing from the shelf completely. I also think I'm gonna remove this Gloriosum because I already took the top cutting from it and the rest are yellowing. I think there might be some root rot going on in there. I really don't love those Lechuza Pond self-watering planters because I can never tell if it's super dry or wet. I don't do well with them. So probably going to remove that as well, but the rest will stay. It's definitely not going to be as like full as it usually looks, which is okay because I think with this whole spider mite situation, it's probably better that the plants are spaced further away and there's like less clustering, if that makes sense. So I'm gonna pull those into the plant room and then I'm just gonna gut this shelf. Okay. something I have been wanting to do for so long and just haven't done it for whatever reason is get an electrical box for this bottom cord, because I can see it under here. And not only that, you can see it in photos as well. And it bothers me every time. I'll see if I can throw in a picture of what it looks like. And every single time I'm like, oh my God, just get the cord box already. So it's time. Now all the cords will be hidden in here. This little thing, and I can't really see anything right now. Why do I look so shiny? I just realized, it's doing it again. Guys, if you use a lapel mic, how do you clip it so that it doesn't rub against your shirt? Okay, so now I need to install the lights. Okay, we're going to get into the nitty-gritty of what comes in each of these boxes. So it comes with 8 1-foot bars. Each 1-foot bar is 5 watts. So obviously if you connect them, it's 10 watts. And then it comes with 3 of these long connecting cords. And then I think 7 of these connecting cords. Sorry, I didn't mean connecting cords. I meant plug-in cords. And then it comes with all the hardware if you want to mount it, like screw it in to mount it. It comes with the little connections to connect 2 bars together. And then it also comes with a few zip ties if you need it. I will mention that the 2-foot bars come with a few of these really long connecting cords, which I'm gonna have to probably use on this shelf because these black bars do not come with them. So I only have these short ones and they don't reach. Like from bar to bar, shelf to shelf, they don't reach. So that's going to be an issue. So I might have to still use these white cords, which kind of suck, but I think someone had mentioned before that you can actually get these cords. You can source the cords elsewhere. So hopefully I can find some black ones down the line. But for now, we're just going to use the white. I'm just thinking, because my observation with having 2 bars on this shelf is that some of them were getting bleached, like my Gloriosum that you saw, and then some of my Anthurium were getting really bleached. So I'm almost wondering if I just need 1, but then that means that it's not going to match with the other side, and I don't know. I feel like I'd much rather put 2 of them, and then if it's too much, I can just turn 1 light off. So I think that's what I'm going to do. So how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I only need 1 pack for this entire shelf, which is great. So let's go ahead and get these installed now. So I actually realized that I'm probably not going to need all of these in every single pack that I got. So I'll just use 3 connecting cords. 1, 2, 3. No, I'll just use 4 connecting cords for all of them instead of trying to hook 2 together. And yeah, it should be perfectly fine, and I won't have to use the white cords anymore, which is amazing. But now I'm just going to be wiring all of these and zip tying so that it looks seamless and there's not cords hanging everywhere. So let me do that quickly, then we're going to restyle the shelf. Some of you guys might know what this is. I did a whole video on it. This is the Houseplant Journal LTH meter. It reads light, temperature, and humidity. I will link the video that I did in the description if you want to give that a watch. So if you watch that video, you'll know that it reads it in foot candles. So I'm just going to give you guys the readings and kind of tell you what it means in terms of what I look for in light. Oh my gosh, it's getting blown out. It would be nice if I knew how to use my camera. Anyway, let me bring you closer. So right under here, like a lot of the plants that are going under here are gonna be about this close to the light. And you can see, no you can't, it is reading about it's in the 400s, 500. It's getting brighter, getting less bright. Okay. So at the lowest, I would say the lowest reading here is like in the low 200s. So right now it's at about 217, 214. Going higher and going closer to the window. We're now in the 600s, which to me is great. That's actually quite high. For my anthurium, I aim for 200 to 300 foot candles, 350 sort of at the most. So this is quite high. Now I'm going to turn off one light and see how that changes. So I'm going to keep it in the same spot, 291, and then it jumps to 359, 360. So if I need to shave off some foot candles, I can always just turn off one light. But again, it just depends on what's living under here. Like I showed you, some of my anthurium and even philodendron were getting bleached under these 2 lights, and even though they're only 5 watts each, it's all about proximity to the plant. On this shelf specifically, because the shelves are so close together, a lot of the anthurium are sitting at the very edge of the shelf and they're kind of sticking out. So I kind of want to show you like how much it changes once it's outside of this threshold of light. So going right here, it's about 540, let's just say 540 foot candles. And then if the leaves are out here, it drops to 150, 157, 158. And that's why I am still, even though I have these lights, I'm still looking eventually to get track lights. The only reason, I'm not going to say the only reason, but one of the reasons why I haven't done it yet is because I'm renting here. And there's a part of me that's like, I'm going to invest all of this time installing a track light. And then my landlord's going to be like, all right, I'm selling the place. And then we're going to have to move. I know that, you know, wherever we go next, like I can always use that track light, but it's more so the work that goes into installing the track light and then having to take it down. But it would be nice to have a track light so that I can get some additional light for the leaves that are not underneath this light bar, because 130, 140 foot candles in the middle of summer right now. I mean, granted, we're getting kind of closer to sunset time, but I want readings higher than this. I would like to be more in the 250 range for my anthurium and other plants that live out here. But anyway, yeah, the bars are in. The light temperature or the color temperature is beautiful. In my opinion, if you are a fan of like a warmer light or like a yellow light, this is it for me. Like, this is my ideal light color. To me, this is like happy medium. It's like that nice, radiant, welcoming color. My husband really likes when these lights are on at night because he just says it makes the house feel really homey and it's just a nice color temperature light. So anyway, I'm very, very happy that I now have the black ones in here. I can already tell the difference in terms of like visually how it looks. So I am a happy camper. I have a few videos on my channel now where I kind of walk you through my thought process and my design process in terms of how I style my shelf. I want to try something a little bit different, something that I have never done before, and there's a good chance I'm going to hate it. There's a good chance I will like it or be okay with it for like the first day, and then the more time goes on, I'll just want to dismantle it because I'm not used to it. But I was talking about how I wanted to have like a whole shelf of just trailing plants, but realistically, I have nowhere to put it. The only other place I could put it is right next to this shelf, but I just think there's going to be too many shelves in one space. I'm going to have these two shelves, and then if I get shelves over here, and then there's more shelves in my kitchen dining area, it's just too much. So I kind of, in my mind, scrapped that idea. Typically, I will take my trailing plants and I will place them first and use that as like the base of the shelf. And then I'll take other plants and style it around it so that it's all even, the flow is good, it's balanced. But I just want to just see it through and kind of see how it turns out. But I'm thinking, because I removed so many plants from the shelf and I even removed more off camera, I did another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I removed maybe another 6 or 7 off camera, and I'm removing the big Gloriosum. My Deans are gone. Actually, I think I probably removed close to 10 plants that I didn't include in the little, oops, I just hit you guys. Sorry, I have to get used to this thing dangling on my shirt. Yeah, I'm not going to have as many plants on this shelf, and I don't want it to look too empty. So what I'm thinking is putting all of the trailing plants on one shelf so it all just kind of cascades down. Ideally, I would want to do it on a high shelf here, but then it's going to take up too many shelves and then I'm not going to have enough space to put anthurium. So I'm thinking all of the trailing plants go here, and then I'll style around it. I think I should have enough anthurium at this point to just fill these 2 shelves. The same will go on the very bottom, all of my cacti and whatever, and then maybe some of the uglier, more rehab anthurium down here, so it'll be kind of covered by the trailing plants. I don't know. I'm gonna place the trailing plants first. And if I hate it, then we're going to scrap it. And I'm going to just go with my normal styling method. Okay, let's go. I am good with change in some areas of my life, and in some areas I'm not. This is one of those times where I'm like, I'm not feeling great about change, but we'll never know if we hate it or love it if we don't try it first. So this is what I'm thinking. We're going to just do all of the trailing plants on this shelf. I will put in some anthurium on this shelf, but for the most part, all of the trailers are going to go over there. You guys, I want to actually show you how glorious my Cissus quadrangularis is right now that I haven't cut it for a long time. I hate the lighting right now. It looks so like gloomy. But look at her. Look at her go. So bushy, so much new growth, getting really long. No plans to chop this. Probably for the rest of summer. I'm just gonna kind of let her bang, let her figure it out. I let this plant dry out, so the leaves are all yellowing. I've talked about this before in another video. I don't remember when I talked about the Cissus quadrangularis care tips or whatever, but I was talking about how if you let this plant dry out, the first things to go are the leaves. Because I remember someone saying that their Cissus wasn't happy because all the leaves were yellowing and coming off, but that doesn't mean that the plant isn't healthy. It just means you probably skipped a watering, and also they just tend to fall off and then they grow back. So, yeah, okay. I'm gonna put this big guy there. I need to get some cuter pots for my plants because some of these are just not giving. Look at this ugly combo because this is too tall and it's just in this plain Jane black pot. I feel like I just need cuter pots in general, but I hate spending the money. I'm not gonna lie, I'm already hating it, but I'm just gonna see this through. I'm just gonna keep going. We're gonna keep trucking along. Maybe it'll come together once the Anthurium are put in. Or maybe it's just gonna be a flop and I hate it and will never attempt this ever again. I actually do have more trailing plants that I could probably bring over, but at the same time, that's more work for me and it's already 5 o'clock and I have to give my kid a bath. Okay, she's hating it. I'm hating it. Oh my gosh, I hate this so much already. I don't know why, it seemed so much cooler in my head. It's kind of cool that I can walk away and keep talking. I think I would hate it less if it was one shelf higher, but that's just not gonna do. So I'm gonna place, we're gonna see this through. I'm gonna place some Anthurium and just see if I start hating it less. I doubt I will, but you never know. I think I've bred 2 or 3 different batches of seedlings with this plant as the mother. So this is the Indo-Pappy hybrid. If you own any of the Indo-Pappy hybrids that I have created, this is the mom, and she is beautiful. Look at this new leaf. I chopped off all the older leaves because they were facing different ways, and I was just over it. So anyway, she will be the first honorary Anthurium to go up here. I'm gonna put it maybe there to cover up some of this paper that's peeling on this shelf. This leaf is so heavy. You know what? I probably need a rock. That's what I need. I know I saw a rock somewhere. Where are you, rock? Okay. She just needs a little bit of support. Just quite heavy. There we go. I have to be careful because this one has an inflow that looked like it took. I bred it with my Crystal Mag, Dark Forgetii, Red Sinus, and there's a part of me that just hopes that it looks like a Brielle with a Red Sinus, but I think that's wishful thinking. I kind of like having this one on the top, but at the same time, the leaves are kind of made for this lower shelf. Not made for it, but it like fits a lot better. Like, look at that. Okay, we're just gonna leave that. Hopefully it doesn't smack Vince in the face when he walks by. I'm gonna do this red crystal port that has an infructescence that I have been harvesting every single day. This one was bred with or pollinated by a king of spades, which is very exciting. The berries were very healthy and big and bountiful. Bountiful. Sure, you can go there. Oh, my pally, that's kind of a trailing plant. Should I put this with my trailers? Or no? No, I'm just gonna let it be. That looks weird. That looks very weird. I think I'm gonna move this one because this is such like a rigid Ripsalis. This one is the oh, okay, just broke that new growth off. Awesome. Lepismium lumbricoides, leucocruciform or something like that. Oh, leucorepsis. I got that so wrong. Okay, this is gonna come off the shelf, and then I will replace it with this Messier or Forgetii Messier Af. This one is looking spotty dotty too. I probably should treat this one for spider mites, but that can wait for tomorrow because it's getting late. I'm not used to the top shelf not being like so big and bushy with plants, but it is what it is. Oh, my Wendley. Crud. This one's gonna have to go somewhere, obviously. Maybe we move this. And this can go to your mom's house. Okay, let's leave this off for now. I'm not sure about you. I feel like I just don't have enough now. Maybe I can move my plants higher. No, don't do it, Shroom. Don't do it. These will need to be repotted. They're actually just cuttings from the bigger plant, but that is not something that's going to happen today. I will put that up here. I want to cut my Monstera deliciosa large form, the big one, and just add the cutting up here, but I guess I could do that now. Could I do that now? Okay, let me place a few more because then I think it's going to go in this corner. I think. I need to get some pots for these, but I think I'm going to go thrifting soon, and maybe I will take you guys with me so that I can find some vessels that can fit these tall plastic pots. All right, we've got Towinsa velvet. Got my crystallinum, which I will put here, I think. Got this semi-uglyish one, which I'll put down here so you can't really see too much of it. Hopefully it makes a comeback. Got this Forgetii. Whoa. Put that up there. Monstera, maybe up there. I'm gonna put some of these uglies down here. Like my crystal black has some weird fungal thing. So that will go down there. This one is hardening off, but there's a part of me that kind of thinks that it's gonna be ugly. Like it's gonna look fungally. So maybe I'll put this down here too. Gosh, all of these exposed plastic pots and stuff, it is not making me very happy right now, but I haven't really had time to shop for vessels. As you can imagine, life is it's a little crazy right now. this one. I've got like all of the crystallinum on one shelf. I'm not used to them being so spaced apart, but we have to get used to change. Change is good. Change is good. That's what I'm going to keep telling myself. This plant really should not be on the shelf because it chokes out every plant and thing in its path. I'm kind of thinking maybe this goes in the windowsill, but I don't know. Billy at TA that gave me like basically no variegation on this new leaf. So this was the leaf before. Gorgeous, 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 gorgeous girl. And then this is the newest leaf. There's only variegation in this little corner and it's like barely there. You know what? I think I'm going to put this back in my plant room. She just doesn't feel like she belongs on this shelf anymore. Okay, who am I missing? I took my mic-ins off because it's just a lot. Oh gosh, sorry, I hit the mic again. I need a plant here in this corner. Who shall it be? I'm gonna go grab a new plant. I have decided to bring my Hofex out here. She has been mothered for the last year, basically, so she looks like crap. But yeah, I think I'm gonna let her live up here and see how it does. And then just on the bottom here, I just need to put in all of my Hoyas and my cacti and stuff like that. The shelf is restyled and done. I'm going to actually insert some footage now of the shelf tomorrow morning when the lighting is a lot better because I think it'll do it more justice. So yeah, I think it looks good. I am still trying to get used to, again, how sort of bare it looks because I'm so used to it looking super full. As more anthurium kind of come out of my plant room, it is going to get a little bit more crowded, which is fine. But for now, this is what it's going to look like. In terms of all of the trailing plants on one shelf, I'm going to rate it like a 4 out of 10. I feel like it's like some people might like it. Some people might hate it. I'm right in the middle, maybe more so leaning towards not loving it or not liking it. I think this concept of doing all trailing plants on one shelf would be a lot better if the rest of the shelf was styled with actual objects and like books and stuff, but not more shelves or more plants. So because it's getting late in the day, I'm gonna leave it. There's a good chance tomorrow when Archie's sleeping and I just have some time, I might just restyle this entire shelf again. But for now, I'm going to leave it. I'm happy, again, that the Barina bars are up. I just think it looks so much better. And I'm relieved I got it done. I'm going to clean up out here because it looks crazy. And tomorrow, I'm going to just quickly take you into the plant room and kind of show you what I do with the standing light because definitely needs more light in there. I did take one of my grow lights out to use it for this little corner with my elbow. I'm planning on doing an apartment tour on this channel somewhat soon because I've changed a lot of the decor around here. I've moved things around and I just think I want to give you guys a little update on what changes have happened while I was on maternity leave because I did a lot. Archie was very late and I had time. So yeah, I will kind of show you what that setup looks like, but I won't show you in this video. So yeah, I will see you tomorrow in the plant room and we will wrap things up. I started editing this video and I probably would have thrown up like a disclaimer or something in the beginning of the video, but I don't love the way the audio sounds. I was tweaking around with my settings on my camera, and I think I gotta dial it in. Hopefully you guys have stuck around this long, even if the audio kind of sucks booty. But anyway, we are going to wrap this up. So obviously we are in the plant room. I have my Barina standing light here, and like I mentioned, I'm gonna mount it to the ceiling. So typically I would take a few days to think about this, but like, I don't know, for some reason I got the idea in my head and now I just want to do it. So they actually give you the hardware to do it. It comes with these two little clasp things. It did not come with screws, but I'm using the screws that came with the Barina bars. And basically what it is this little ring like this, and you can just stick it over this, and you just screw that into the ceiling. And it's nice because with this, like, you don't have to just angle it down. You can angle it. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna angle it like probably like this, going towards the plant, so it's not just coming straight down. I'll mount it a little bit like forward and angle it towards there, so it's not just like illuminating and so it's not just illuminating from the top and then the leaves like face upward. I want them to continue to face forward. Also, I would typically, if I'm going to screw anything into the wall, I would use a, what's the word? I was going to say plug. I would use a anchor, like a plastic anchor with a screw, but this is so light, like literally it's like weightless, so I really don't think I'm gonna need it. I think that's just extra work for me. And I'm gonna show you what the current light setup is in here, not considering the Barina bars, but what has been lighting up the top. So on this side over here, I have a DIY sort of like reptile lamp with a Soltech bulb in it, and it's just mounted on one of my tripods and it's lighting up one spot. And then on the other side of the wall, I have another reptile bulb thingy. My other Soltech light used to be in there, but I have since moved it into the living room. So now one side of my plant room is just completely dark, and the plants there are suffering. I will show you a picture of my Splendid, the new leaf that came out. It, had basically no light coming out, and that is the product of it. So I gotta get this fixed ASAP. I just gotta get the ladder in here, and then we are gonna get this mounted. Oh, but actually first, before I do that, let me just show you what this light looks like in terms of brightness, color temperature, and I'll do some readings as well with my LTH meter like I did yesterday. So the on and off switch is actually this floor, what is it? Floor button? A floor clicker. Wow. She is bright. Bright, bright, bright. Oh my word, that's bright. Oh yeah, that'll do. That's gonna light up the entire, like if you guys can see, because it's 4 feet, it basically spans across almost this entire wall where there's plants. And so, oh, that's perfecto. I'm gonna say it is bright, and that was one thing that people have said about it. It's like, don't put it in a spot where you have to keep walking through because it will blind you. But you know, you want your grow lights to be strong if you're using it for a larger space. Like obviously you wouldn't use this one light for like a tiny little plant. You would use it for something like a big monstera or just some kind of big plant, right? So yeah, this is the perfect brightness, and it lights up this room so much more. Color temperature in terms of matching with the Barina bars, just being fully honest here, I think that the bar is slightly cooler than the bar. Start over. I think the standing light is slightly cooler than the bars. Not by a lot, just a little bit cooler. I don't mind it. So yeah, that's That's just my observation. It's not as warm, but it's pretty darn close, and I'm happy with it. Okay, readings. Let's do a reading of, just for example, I mean, obviously this light is going to be more so for the plants on top, not here, but just for the sake of this video. So we are going to measure Miss Patricia. So right here, it is getting about 107 foot candles of light, which is really not a lot at all. I would love if these plants in here were getting a lot more light than this. I've got 2 Barina bars up here, but they're quite high. But anyway, yeah, let's call it like 100. And with the addition of this bar, I'm just gonna, whoa. I'm gonna put the bar just like right here, for example. And it shoots up to 248, 250. We'll say 250. Yeah, so she is strong. Going right up to the light, it is measuring at, you guys probably can't see it, huh? A bit over 1,000 foot candles. So this baby is strong. I will also say this thing has been on for about a minute and a half or 2 minutes, and it's quite warm. So I don't know if it gets super, super hot. The Barina bars really don't get warm at all in my experience. Like you can just fully like leave your hand on it and it won't burn. This one is gonna get a lot hotter because obviously these are 10 watts, this is 42. Okay, let's stop blabbing. Let's, as if you're blabbing. I'm gonna stop blabbing, get on the ladder, and I'm gonna just mount this into the ceiling. This could potentially be the worst filming angle of all time, but I have never filmed myself mounting anything so high up, so we're all just gonna roll with it. I think the biggest challenge is gonna be getting it mounted straight, if you know what I mean. I feel like the light should go like right here, and then I'm gonna snake the power cord that way, and I'm gonna hope that it reaches. I think it will, but I'm not sure, and I'm too lazy to measure it. But anyway, I don't, like I was saying, oh my gosh, this angle, I look like King Kong. I don't want to put it right here, because then all the leaves are going to face up. I want to make sure that they're all still kind of facing forward. So I want to hit it like right about here, I think. But yeah, again, it's just, I guess, making sure that it's center. Honestly, I think I'm just going to get it up, that's what she said, and not worry about it being super perfect, because at this rate, I want to just get it up, and I don't want to fall off this ladder. Okay, I guess I need a pen. Maybe I should take my socks off before I get super high up on the ladder, because I have to get on this step that says, do not stand at or above this level. You can lose your balance. So why put the step there if you're not meant to step on it, is what I say. Okay, here we go. Here I go, everyone. Oh no, my child is crying. The technique here is gonna be, no technique. I'm just gonna measure this. So it's 4 feet long. So I think I'll do it at 1 and 3. Wait, sorry. 4 feet. Yeah, that's what I meant. 1 and 3, right? I don't know if that's straight, but I don't really care. Okay. Good enough, people. I don't think you can see anything with this angle, but you can see my very wide body. Oh, So I used to be a visual merchandiser. I used to get up on like 10-foot ladders. Is a 10-foot ladder the tallest I've been on? I think so. Because we used to have to change light bulbs in stores. So, yeah, it was scary, but I felt inevitable back then, you know? Inevitable. Guys. Oh my gosh, I felt so inevitable. I felt invincible. Well, there that goes. You guys would be surprised at how many things have hit the top of my head because I forget there's something on the ladder. And then it just like ricochets off my skull. Good times, good times. I should pre-drill a hole, but I'm trying to do the bare minimum right now. Where's my other one? Sorry, my kid is crying. I've never watched this thing kind of crashing down one day. Alright, I think I'm good. Oh, I'm sweating. Now the question of will it reach? Please don't just fall out. Oh no, those trees. Oh frickin'. Oh, the fucking God. Okay. Guys, I think I got it. Okay. Will she reach? Oh no, it needs a 3-prong. Oh crap. I don't think I have an extension cord that has 3 prongs. Oh no. I really want, like, because I can order one, right? But I really want to show you guys what it looks like right now. Maybe I can, like, finagle something temporary just to show you. Stop it. That's amazing. Do you see what I'm seeing, people? Okay, ignore the chaos. But this is what it looks like. So here's my thought. This wire will eventually snake this away, and then I'll plug it in up there once I can get an extension cord that has the 3-prong, and then it'll be perfect. I feel like everything up here is going to do so much better, and now I feel like I have way more freedom in kind of putting my philodendron up here, because before I was a bit hesitant because, again, like the Splendid back there just was not enough light. Even with the Soltech light, it wasn't bright enough, and I just feel like this is going to be so much better. I'm sorry that I couldn't get like the final look for you guys in this video, but you get the idea, and I will definitely be doing a follow-up. Casual outro, anyone? No, but seriously, I am tired, but I am feeling accomplished. I feel like both spaces now are way more functional than it was before. I feel like everything got cleaned up, and honestly, I'm ready for the winter. I actually am. It's really, really hot. We've had our AC on blast like for weeks, and it will not cool down in this apartment. And I'm kind of over it. Honestly, I'm kind of over it. So anywho, thank you guys for watching another video. Thank you, Barina, for sponsoring today's video. It has been a dream to work with you guys. If you do end up getting any of these lights, let me know how you like them. Show it to me in your space, please, pretty please. And don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, and I will see you in the next one.